Welcome to the SheerLuxe Vodcast with me, Charlotte Collins. This week I'm joined by, I think I've got a whole fancy intro for you here, podcast host, presenter and author. Josh is in the house and Hodge is here too. Hi, both.
Hi.
You both look gorgeous today.
Oh my God, thanks so much. Yeah. We got so high pitched.
I know.
I was so excited to go.
Before we start, we should say there is a competition.
Woo!
This week, Neom is kindly giving one lucky. Can I just tell you, I love Neom so
I'm obsessed.
much. I would like
the
to win
nighttime
this.
candle. Do you use
The
it?
nighttime
so
candle,
good.
and also there's a face oil, a lavender face oil. Okay, so Neom is kindly giving one lucky winner a soothing Neom bundle worth £220. The bundle includes a wellbeing pod. Oh, I think that's the one that.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes. Psh, and
Yeah.
your well-being just pops
Yeah,
out
and you're just well.
Yeah.
Real luxury travel candle and calming pen. Wellbeing essential oil blends. Shampoo, conditioner, cleanser. Anyway, lots of delicious, lovely things. So to enter, please leave a comment in the comments below. This is to say why you love the SheerLuxe podcast. Are we going in on that?
It's quite nice though.
Yeah.
It is quite nice. Do you know, the first time we did this, it was a podcast that I wasn't hosting. And I just went on the comments and I was like, oh my God, people are loving the podcast.
They're doing it for a freebie, babe.
I was genuinely so gutted to find out that it was for competition. Anyway, tell us what you like. Be specific. We want to know. Is it my hair this week? Just keep us posted.
Make it about us.
Yeah, tell me about me. Then we will pick one lucky winner and we will announce it in next week's podcast. The T's and C's are in the notes below. Please note that you can only enter, well, you can enter, but you can only win our competition if you are in the UK. Before we start properly, can I just say, please do subscribe. It really helps us out. So if you're not already subscribed and you like what you hear, then hit that subscribe button. I want to know what you're both wearing. You look cool today. Where's this jumpsuit from?
This is Farm Rio.
From Farm Rio.
As in De Niro.
No, Farm Rio. Not from Rio. Farm Rio is the name of the brand.
I thought you said it's from Rio, and I was like, oh my God, babe, you get some sort of like exotic shop in Rio.
But you know what? I got it last season, although it is still in stock and it's in the sale actually. But I didn't ever wear it. And then I put some shoulder pads in.
Oh,
Ooh,
clever.
and
like
I
that.
feel that balanced it out.
Clever. How did you, as in you gave it to somebody to do that?
Yeah.
So have you seen Trini has these like special bodysuits made for herself, which have, they're like skin coloured and have shoulder pads built in so that she can wear them basically under anything
So
she wears
good.
and has a bit of a shoulder definition.
Oh my God, I love that. Very
Yeah.
Joan Collins.
And
Very.
Rosie Huntington Whiteley's has a shoulder pad at Marks and Spencer's that you put under your bra.
Clever.
So then you can put it into anything, and your bra strap.
That's cool.
I know they're always sold out, so put your name down.
Okay, I need to get that. That's
Pop
a
that
shame.
name down for those shoulder
Yeah.
pads,
I will
babe.
put my
Rosie.
name down. What about accessories? What shoes do you wear?
And shoes from Zara, bangles from Zara, earrings. What have I got? Paolo Siganofi.
Stunning.
Josh, what about you?
I am wearing today, babes, a mango pinstripe little double blazer.
Chic.
I'm wearing Wrangler jeans because apparently I'm now in my cowboy era.
I was going to say, ooh,
Whoa!
that is like
yeehaw, girl!
denim hard.
I've
yeah.
just started listening to country music, so I'm really leaning
that.
in. And then my t-shirt's from Primark because I've discovered, this is probably controversial.
Love it.
It's not controversial. It's a great tip. They do the best menswear t-shirts.
Is it Georgie that swears by their vests, or is that you?
And Nick Knox, knickers.
Yeah.
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 And then I'm wearing a Carrie Elizabeth necklace. I'm obsessed with her. I've met her a couple of times now. And it's super accessible jewelry. She does like semi-precious stones. So it's a stunning range of jewelry,
I
which
feel
is
I've
more
seen
accessible
it.
for
Yeah, it
everyone.
rings a bell. Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
good. And then I'm wearing Ross and Bromley boots.
We're back
and
in
some
boots.
Pandora rings.
I mean, you're not wrong to be in boots.
No.
The weather is
I love a
taking dip.
boob.
I know, but like,
love a boob.
I want summer back. It's
I
coming
know.
back. It's coming back.
It's coming back, babe.
back.
Well, it's coming back with this suit you're wearing,
I
babe.
know.
Yeah. So we're recording this on Tuesday morning, and I went to bed at 3:00 this morning because
Big
we
night
were-
out, the clubs.
Big night out. Honestly, we all had there were 5 of us in the office, and we all got taxis home, obviously, and all of the taxis arrived at the same time, and they must have been like, what the hell is this group of girls? They're like all dressed, or like half of them are dressed up, the other half, obviously the girls that were filming were like in their trackies, rolling out at 2:30 in the morning from like an office building. They must have thought we were mad. Anyway, so we were doing the Met Gala live TikTok stream last night until the wee hours. But I was saying to Hodge, I feel like when you're really tired, the worst, and you feel a bit gross, the worst thing you can do is then wear an outfit that matches that energy. You have
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
You've got to raise that energy, babe.
You've got to raise the energy
Yeah.
with your outfit. So hence a bright blue suit. This is Marge. It's old.
I would wear this.
Yeah, you can wear this.
It's such good colour on
It's really
you.
comfy as well.
Yeah.
My bra strap keeps falling down though.
And your tan looks sensational with it.
Always fake. I feel like there's layers and layers of fake.
Is that your spray from last Tuesday?
My spray?
That's last day.
Yeah. With a bit of top up. Yeah, it actually is.
God, that's lasted so
Well,
well.
so my secret hack for my chest is there is a Vive bronzer, which is like, I don't know how to describe the consistency, but it's like, it's not a powder. It's kind of like a paste. And so it really, you can like, it's
Really
like
get
heavy
in there.
makeup. You can really get in there. So just
Right in the cleave.
Right in all the little nooks and
I
crannies.
swear it's the inside of all your clothes.
Oh yeah, everything's bright orange. Don't look inside my clothes.
Babe.
Terrible. I haven't seen my wedding dress since the night I threw it on the floor and it's literally bright orange on the inside. Let's talk about new and noteworthy. I'm excited about yours.
There's a new show on Netflix which dropped last Thursday called 4 Seasons, and it's a comedy drama written by Tina Fey and the team behind 30 Rock. And it stars Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Coleman Domingo, who was like
I'm
banging
obsessed with
at
him.
the Met last night.
Oh my God, he looks sensational.
And Will Forte. And it's about 3 college couples who go on holiday every quarter, and they have these weekends away. And in the first episode, it's not a spoiler because it's pretty soon into it, Steve Carell says, I'm going to leave my wife of 25 years.
Dun, dun,
and
dun.
we've only watched 2 eps, but it's so, you could just watch it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to watch. And then I think what happens is it's sort of how one person's decision then affects the rest of the group and their relationship.
Yeah, because if someone breaks up with someone from the group, it's division.
I mean-
That's exactly what the dynamic is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen 6 of them. So they're I went in this weekend. Can I
been
say,
busy.
someone recommended it to me at dinner on Sunday night and I watched them. I mean, they are so bingeable. I watched them from like bed on Sunday through to yesterday afternoon. So there are 8 episodes and there are 2 per season. So it goes 2 for spring, 2 and like 2 per trip. I think anyone married or in a long-term relationship will really get it. It is about long-term friendships, group dynamics, but specifically about navigating long-term relationships. And I mean, they're all in their 50s, I think, aren't they? So
And I think the mirror you hold up to themselves when somebody else has made a decision to end a relationship.
Yes.
And you're like, and that happens in real life.
totally. It throws the other couples into
disarray.
Yeah.
disarray or to question a lot of things.
And,
Exactly. It's just
one of the reasons he wants to leave her is because she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
She won't do anything. Like, all she wants to do is play this game like a
Like
game in bed.
Roblox.
And
Roblox or something.
like it's about
farm, one of those farm games on your iPad.
And he says, I go to cuddle her in bed and she's playing this. And it makes you think, shit, do I do enough? Like, am I up for like new interesting things? It does make
I
you
think you're
think.
always up for a
No,
good
I am.
time. I don't know what you're up to in the good time behind the scenes.
And also, sorry, just to each trip, like each season, you get then each other couple's version of that, like what their own problems are in their relationship or their dynamics. And I think you pick bits. I know I certainly picked bits from all of them. I was like, ooh, do we do that? Or do I do that? Or am I guilty? Or that annoys me too. So I think it's quite self-reflection.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to end up in couples therapy
Pretty
after
much.
watching it.
Yeah.
My whole thing about this is going to sound really controversial. And the reason why I haven't watched it is I just don't think that Tina Fey is funny.
What?
And I know this is going to sound really bad. Obviously, Mean Girls was one of the greatest movies ever made by humankind.
Yeah.
But I don't really think she's actually that funny to like British people.
Yes.
The humor is sometimes a bit like, okay. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
like
She's just, it's more like sarcasm.
Yeah, this is my thing on SNL. So I think that SNL is the least funny thing in the entire world. Saturday Night Live,
Especially to British people.
To British
Yeah.
people, like sure, that might be American humor, but like we don't get it. It's not funny. It feels quite basic.
Yeah.
But I do think that some of the best comedians in the world have come out of that show. So it's
Oh,
not
of
that
course,
it's not that I think Tina Fey is specifically funny, but like Amy Poehler, like. On and on and on. Will Ferrell. I mean, so many legends.
Yeah.
Steve Martin, Martin Short, like true comedy legends. So I think even if their like brand of humor isn't that funny, I still sort of appreciate what they have given to.
I'm
the
like,
world.
Clive, you worked really hard,
Yeah.
but I just...
You just don't find it
I
funny.
Honey, don't let that stop you watching it.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's not
also-
a comedy. It's not a pure
No.
comedy.
The
So
other thing I'm also thinking is, please, God, find me a friendship group that manages to organise 4 holidays.
it's
a year.
extravagant. It's so extravagant.
I feel they must have no other friends.
No other friends.
No.
You must have to be so invested.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't even see half my friends 4 times a year for a
yeah, it doesn't
coffee.
happen. Yeah, literally.
They're meant to
literally.
organise 4 holidays.
I mean, they do. It's not so much holidays, is it? Because so spring they go to stay at one of their homes.
Yeah.
One is that they all go to like their kids' college reunion. So there's kind of
But still.
It's like
But still.
accessible.
Accessible, but still, you're right. It is ambitious,
It's
to
a
say
lot.
the least. Yeah,
It's a lot.
but it's really,
It's
I really,
really
enjoyed
good.
it.
Okay, you convinced me.
Yeah, and there's no like. I've been watching Mobland, which I love because obviously Tom Hardy, but it is quite aggressive and
Yeah, this is very gentle.
this is just lovely.
domestic.
We do need
Yeah.
some like more gentle things in our lives.
I do.
And
I feel like
also-
all I do is watch intense things.
Yeah. And I think it's good to watch things about relationships with your partner because it does
Get the
ignite
conversation going, babe.
conversation. Like, I'm like, God, that's irritating.
Yeah.
Do you find that irritating?
Yeah. Would it annoy you if someone did
Can we just talk about like, oh my God, how annoying that scene was?
I know. Because Tina Fey's husband is so annoying.
Yeah, he is really annoying.
Such a
But isn't
pussy.
Steve Carell just annoying in everything?
Steve
No,
Carell's not
he's
her husband.
not.
Different man. She's not married to Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Oh, God, okay.
But yeah, he is annoying. So I'm really excited because Steve Carell is in a new show which isn't out yet, which is written by Jesse Armstrong, who is the brains behind Succession.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's about a group of billionaires. I don't know if you've
I've
seen this
seen
advertised.
it.
Yeah, which
It
looks
looks
so
so
good.
good.
It's like
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, I'm adding that to the
So that's
list.
coming. It's not out
Yeah,
yet,
I've
but yeah,
seen
that's
it on
coming soon.
something.
Josh, new and noteworthy. What are you loving right now?
So what I'm loving is, have you seen Another Simple Favor yet?
Yes, I watched half of it and gave
Oh
up.
my God, it is. So if you've seen...
I haven't seen the first
Have you seen
one.
the first one?
No.
Simple Favor centers around Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Anna Kendrick's a mummy blogger. She does a simple favor for one of the fellow mums at school, and lo and behold, she ends up in this absolute shit show of a situation. Blake Lively's faked her own death. She's pinning it on her.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And now they're back.
Sounds very Blake Lively coded.
Yeah, it's very Blake
Yeah,
Lively.
wow.
And
It's very timely.
It is back, and never thought she would be able to make a comeback, but she's making greater comeback than Jesus, literally, in this, because she got mowed down by a car in the first one. So it's like, there's no coming back. I want to know what hospital she went to, how they reconstructed her. She looks
resurrection is
sensational. And she comes back to get her revenge on Anna Kendrick's character.
Ooh.
But she's like, babe, I'm going to force you into being my maid of honor at my wedding in Capri. So they go off to Capri.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you've not been to Capri, you're going to want to go to Capri after watching this. The shots of Capri are stunning. If you just want pure escapism, you don't want to think this is the best movie for you right now.
It sounds like a bit of a fever dream.
Is it, babe? It's honestly like they've taken everything that makes like a great drama, they've shoved it into a cocktail, added some sort of rehypnol or something or some dodgy drug into it, and then they've acid, and then they put it onto the screen. It is an absolute roller coaster.
It's not good though.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah, but
It's
like, did
not
you love
good.
it? Was it like bad good?
Well,
like
I
a really
also-
good bad film.
I also hosted the premiere of it, so I'm a little bit...
You're a bit biased.
I'm a
Okay.
little bit biased. I'm a little bit invested
All right.
in this. But it's also on Prime
Love
Video. And I just thought it was such a great thing to watch at this time when we were talking about, simple
silliness.
Yeah,
silliness. I just love silliness. Some of the one-liners in it are so funny. There's a bit where Anna Kendrick goes up to Blake Lively's mother-in-law. She goes, oh my God, you look beautiful. And she went, that would really mean something. It wasn't coming from you. I was like,
sass.
I was howling when I first saw it. So I feel like that's new, noteworthy.
Okay,
Watch it.
You didn't love.
I didn't love. I sort of stopped. You know when the TV comes on and it says that you've been inactive,
That you
and then
still
the
watching.
TV
Yeah.
goes
That's-
off.
You need to have watched it for like hours.
I mean, I was
Oh, the
watching
TV itself,
The
sorry,
TV,
yeah.
and then and the TV went off, and I didn't want to turn it back on. And maybe I'm just in the mood of Blake Lively. I don't know. I just.
Oh, I'm Team Blake.
Are you?
Sorry, coming out.
I
Coming out
don't
as
know.
Team Blake.
I'm finding her a bit irritating, but I did not like her outfits in it.
Oh my God.
Definitely self-styled.
Did you see the huge hat? There's
That
this
was amazing.
Humongous, she like
I
sashays
can't.
down the hotel. This humongous
kills
hat.
me.
I just loved it.
I did. The hat was fabulous, but I don't know why. I just found it a waste of my brain. And I
Even
watched Married at First Sight.
Yeah, that's
So
the
she's
bar
okay with
is
wasting her brain.
the bar is low. I think no matter what side you're on, I'm just really fatigued. Like I kind of don't want to hear
Yeah.
from Justin Baldoni either. I'm
No,
just a bit
same.
like, I've just got the ick now.
You've got like content fatigue
Yeah.
for this
Content-
drama.
No, because I kind of hear for more. I'd like to know more drama. Like I'm here for more content. I just don't want to like see more from her.
But if you are in the mood for more Blake Lively,
me.
please watch Another Simple Favor.
Okay.
Prime Video.
Noted. I'm going to go back to the well, it is sort of fluff. It's drama, it's fun, but it's a bit more serious than both of those.
Yeah.
This is called Friends and Neighbours.
Oh, I love it.
Apple. Are you watching it?
Yeah.
So good. So this is the new Jon Hamm series on Apple TV. And
I think he's so fit.
He is
What
so
a deal.
fit.
He is so fit, but he kind of looks like someone who used to be handsome now.
No
what I mean?
way.
Yeah.
No, I'd still do it.
Do you think?
No.
I think he looks a bit
Would you
old.
still do
He's
it?
the hottest man in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no one else hot.
Also,
in
have you
it.
ever seen?
Who else is hot? Actually, no, disagree. I think the basketball player's hot.
Oh no, he's such a dick though.
But
Yeah,
babe, you know this is who they created BDE about. Big Dick Energy was created about Jon Hamm.
Oh, I love
That's it.
that.
I think
Yes.
it's about Idris Elba.
No, because he
Or
had
no,
this.
or Pete Davidson. No.
I swear, Big Dick
it?
Energy was him because there was a shot of him walking down the street, and let's just say the bulge was packing.
the bulge was bulging.
And the bulge was bulging.
Love
And
it.
No,
That's
he's
him.
hot.
Yeah.
He is hot.
Yeah, he's hot. He just looks a bit tired. Anyway, he plays a absolutely high-flying private equity guy living in a sort of, it's almost like a little enclave. It's a bit Stepford Wivesy, I think, in kind of Connecticut sort of land. When we meet him, he's divorced. His wife has had an affair with his best friend, who's this like mega NBA star. You know, everybody in their circle is incredibly successful, and he loses his job at the beginning of, again, not a spoiler, this is the whole premise of the show. And he basically turns to petty crime, which obviously escalates in order to pay his bills and kind of keep things afloat until he can get a new job, all sorts of kind of boring, complicated reasons why he can't get a new job. So, you know, he's got school fees to pay, he's got mortgages, he's got a sister who's a dependent, and he starts stealing from all his friends and neighbours, hence the name of the show, because he knows that everybody's incredibly wealthy, and apparently it is true that these people in this kind of community just leave their doors open or like don't alarm things because they're so safe and they have roving security. But obviously he's on the inside.
Can't do that where I live,
darling.
darling.
Yeah. Wouldn't now be doing that in Northwest London. He obviously is also an insider, so if he's caught, kind of, you know, he's got quite an easy out. He doesn't look like a typical criminal.
Like he answers mid like
Stealing.
espionage. He opens the door to the police and he's like, "Hi guys." And
He's like, hi, like he pretends to own the house, and they like, you know, they
like,
buy
okay,
it. No,
cool.
Yeah, because he's like Jon Hamm.
exactly, he's Jon Hamm.
Big dick energy.
Big
They're
Dick
like,
Energy. He's got a
Carry
big
on,
house
my friend.
too.
It's a really sexy show. It's got Amanda Peet in it. It's got Olivia Munn as his love interest, who's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
she's
so
stunning.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. It's drama. It's on the right side of silly. You know, it's got a bit of heart to it. He's obviously divorced, children, difficult relationships, etc.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's not too
And
heavy.
sort
And
of
it's good drama.
Great house porn.
Great house porn. Great everything porn.
Yeah.
Okay, can I tell you?
Okay.
All the porn.
Wow.
Can I tell you a massive gripe of mine? When people are on TV and they have been styled to, they're supposed to be incredibly wealthy and incredibly kind of in the know, and they are wearing bad clothes that are not the real things that those real people would wear. So like the bold type, for example, in the bold type,
Yeah.
like it's not that they're supposed to be so sophisticated, but they're supposed to be in the know. Why the hell are they dressed like that? They're dressed like Topshop 2006.
It's like Succession does it so well.
Exactly. And so this show does it so well. They are legitimately wearing Kelly bags or Loewe branded teas or whatever it might be. You know, it's not complicated, but you buy into it. Like it's a slick
You buy
show.
into the
with
idea
you buy
of
into
it.
the whole concept, the whole idea of it.
Like just that quiet luxury,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
chic.
Yeah, great outfits.
And like you don't even know the brands because they're so high.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Like-
what. Yeah, so you know that in the final episode of Succession, Kendall wears a cap. The branding is from Sandy Lane, the hotel in Barbados, the golf club there.
Yes.
So the hotel is already like one of the most expensive hotels in the world, and basically to play at the golf club, it's something like $100,000 a month, and then 30 grand, whatever. The point is, it's the ultimate.
Yeah,
If you know, you
love
know.
that.
Oh my
Cap. It
God.
doesn't say anything on it.
I have such a funny story
So
about this.
chic.
One of my friends played at Sandy Lane Golf Course, and my boyfriend went to go stay at their house. And he came out and it was like, "Oh my God, babes, why is all of your towels right down to like the mat on the floor?"
Yeah.
Sandy Lane. It's because when he went and
he
got
steal
changed
them?
there, he stole
So them all.
So it's
Look,
the whole
You got to
thing
do what you got to do.
is- it's the whole thing is Sandy Lane. I was like, wow.
I've got fashion finds here. Is this new? Do we do fashion?
It's new. Yeah, we're
finds?
doing a quick fashion segment in each pod.
Love that for
Pod.
us. Hodge, what are you loving?
Clade, I sort of discovered it last year when Hannah Lewis did a collab with them, and it's sort of like a Skims. They do lots of like bodies and good colours, like, you know,
Really good
neck,
basics.
you know, good basics. But I got some lounge like trousers and a cropped cardigan last week. It is so heaven. It just makes me want to stay in. And it's quite like, you know, like a V cropped long sleeve, so a bit sexy. Like if you were inviting somebody over to Netflix and you're like, "Love, I've been married for 15 years." Don't give a shit
when
what
are
I
you
look
doing
like
this?
when I
You're
go.
inviting him over.
And if I was single,
Are you like staging a Netflix and
yeah,
chill
I was
day?
single, and
It's
I
the
was
wrong
like,
role play situation,
That's
yeah.
the fantasy for Hodge.
if I was on the pull on
Okay.
a date
Okay.
at home,
This is what you'd wear.
I would wear that.
Okay.
It's like, your bum looks like two puppies fighting in a sack. It's all like, like...
That is a very specific
great.
reference.
Well, somebody said that to me when I was a barmaid, and it's always stayed with me.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you didn't just make that one up on the
somebody
spot.
said it.
Two puppies rumbling around in a sack.
That kind of makes me stressed about the puppies. Like, why are they
Yeah,
suffocating in a
that is-
sack? I really don't like
That
it.
compliments come from a toxic straight man.
It was in my village golf club. I went behind the bar, and there was a men's only bar, and I was pulling him a
my
pint.
God, that is
And he went,
predatory.
your bottom looks like two puppies fighting in a sack.
Wow.
You could have reported him.
I know, babe. It was like
That wasn't
Top of
Sandy
different-
Lane
top of
Golf
different
Club, babe, was it?
Different type.
Different place.
Anyway, but it's really hot. It's just
Okay.
really sexy,
Nice.
hot, comfy. And then the other thing is I bought a bandeau top from Reformation with it's like a little cape thing at the top. But I find this time of year quite hard because it's still chilly, but you want to look springy. So I wear a lot of cream blazers, and I
Yeah.
like a little sexy top to go underneath because you don't take the blazer off, so it's like a glimpse.
Yeah.
With jeans.
Little glimpse of what's coming later.
Little tease.
If we Netflix and chill.
If we Netflix and chill.
What are you going to get?
Josh, what are you loving?
Okay, so I am loving, speaking of cream blazers, I have just brought this amazing tuxedo jacket from Marks and Spencer's. It's white. It is 10 out of 10 stunning.
Love.
It
M&S
looks
is very good right now.
Oh my God. Also, the men's tailoring at M&S is second to none. What they've done with turning that around specifically, I think is incredible.
I know, it's wild.
But also, the problem about owning this white blazer is it's very limited to where I can wear it because I can't really wear it to a wedding because that's giving
Ooh, do you
upstaging
think?
the groom. There's a problem that I have sometimes.
Do you not think you could wear... I have to rein it in.
No, but I
don't
genuinely
agree.
do.
I think you could wear a white blazer to a wedding
Babe.
with other colours, not with black trousers because that's groomy. But if it
Right.
was a kind of summer wedding,
Yeah.
you could wear like a navy trouser and then like a pale blue shirt.
Ooh,
I don't think
with
that's...
yeah.
Yeah, I could
with
do
that.
that.
I like that.
Oh, talk
or
about it.
go over like camels, camel trousers and like a terracotta shirt or something. Like,
Oh my God, thanks, babe. You've really
God,
given this
thank
place a
you.
new life.
there you go.
She knows her shit ass on man.
Oh yeah.
She does. And then I'm also coveting, Che, which is Oliver Cheshire's
Yes.
brand, which stunningly enough circles back to our first show that we talked about, which is
Wow.
4 Seasons, because Coleman Domingo wears loads of his stuff in there. And I saw them posting about it. Like, Coleman Domingo is the coolest person
So
on the
cool.
planet.
So
He
cool.
literally is when it comes to menswear.
Yeah.
So I won all of their co-awards. That's adding to the list. And this is a niche one, but I've become obsessed with, because we can talk beauty as well, can't
Go
we?
for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Have you heard about this brand called Sunday?
DAE.
SUNDAE.
Yes,
And
I
it's
got
like
a
cans of whipped
Yes.
like body cream.
Ava's got one.
Yeah.
Your
like-
12-year-old daughter. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds a little bit like something a 12-year-old
No,
would
but
do.
honestly, it sounds like it's for 12-year-olds, but guys, it's not. So they're all different like flavors. Flavors, you're not eating it. They're all
Scents.
different like seasonings. They're all different scents. So I had one at Christmas which was like Christmas themed, and it was like cinnamon, and it was like stunning.
Are you
But
sure these aren't for 12-year-olds?
No, they're not.
I feel
But-
that is my daughter.
But guys, I'm telling you this seriously. Like, I'm trying to invest in like pockets of happiness in my life.
Okay.
Yes.
Really accessible, easy pockets of happiness. Honestly, I get that little whipped cream can when I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
Sounds
Do
dodgy.
you have like a little party with whipped cream?
Babe,
I think
and I'm,
I'd get quite excited with the
Squeeze
thing,
it in
yeah.
my hand, and I'm like, la 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 la, like lathering myself up. And I honestly feel 10 out of 10 so much better. Like, it's honestly, that's what I think life
I
should be
know.
about.
Yeah.
And it's honestly only about £10 a
I
can.
would I just don't spend money on shower gel, but I should.
But babe, invest in that moment.
Yeah,
babe.
Do you not?
You're
Oh,
right.
yeah, I do.
What are you, a
That's-
Radox
I
girly?
don't.
This doesn't sound that
No,
expensive. I can't lie.
No,
How
it's
much is it?
£10.
It's £10.
But it's also amazing.
Xanax is
and you're
like-
honestly going to feel like...
Xanax is for your brain.
Yeah.
You're talking about Radox.
No,
Xanax.
Xanax is the one when you got...
Xanax is like...
Xanax.
Yeah.
Not
Not
Xanax.
Yeah.
No,
What word are you saying?
Xanax.
Xanax has got an S.
Xanax. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay. I use Azol.
The drug company hasn't gone into doing
gonna
shower
say.
gels.
I just take a Xanax and that's it. That's
Yeah.
my pocket of happiness.
But my boyfriend Tom is really into it too. He's like going out buying all the flavors now.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love
know.
it.
What flavour have you got on the go at the moment?
I'm on vanilla at the moment, which is a bit basic for me, but it's just
more
very,
sophisticated than that.
very much more exciting than vanilla. It was his choice. But honestly,
That says a lot.
guys, it's like an accessible little bit of happiness
Yeah,
every
you're
day.
right.
I'm here for that. I'm
Yeah.
here for that. Sorry, I've whipped out my phone because I basically have just been screenshotting everything I want at the moment. So I'm going to run you through some of the things. I've got a real mix of unrealistic and realistic
Love
wants. So never fully
We've got
dressed.
a manifest, babe, at the end of the day.
Exactly. Never fully dressed. We've done a collab with an influencer called, I think her name is Saetana, Caetana, something like that. She's super cool. And how gorgeous is this collab? Like, it's
Also,
really...
I can see you in that.
Right?
Yeah,
On like
very.
a Greek island this summer,
Like,
babe.
it's giving my summer vibe. They've got these really pretty, never fully dressed, do, you know, a really good price point, but very colourful, very out there, very bright pieces. And I love that there's kind of, these are a bit more muted, a bit more toned down, kind of natural fabrics, really pretty. So I love that. There's a brand called Perfect Nomad, which keeps being advertised on
I
Instagram.
love that. That's you.
That is me.
God, that's
That
you.
is you.
Oh, I was about to say you could wear that to a summer wedding. Imagine.
This is
With you and your white
a
dress.
very white dress for those listening.
I'm literally loving that.
And also they've got these kind of really lovely chill
love
cover-up
it.
style
babe,
dresses.
send me
I'll
that.
send them to you. On the high end of the scale, I went on a Schiaparelli deep dive, which I shouldn't have
wow.
done to myself.
Don't do
I
it.
know.
Babes, are you planning on remortgaging for this
literally.
outfit?
So sad. It's so sad. This is just my fantasy wardrobe, as you say. We're manifesting here.
Yeah.
Look at this bangle. Okay, can you see? One bangle's got an eye and the other one's got a nose.
Oh, that's so cool.
And the other one's got a mouth.
Yeah, and the other one's got a mouth. How cool
I
are these
love
bangles?
that.
These are like amazing chunky gold bangles for those listening that have got kind of, there's an eye
love
detail
the
in one.
eye. So
And you know,
cool.
so many people have got the Tiffany one, which is so cool, but I just thought, actually, this is really
Babe.
special.
Stop everything else. You need to save up for those.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. It's 1,900 euros. So it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But
What,
it's
for the set or for one?
no, for one. For one. That's just for the eye one. And then I love these as well. So these are Schiaparelli and these are going to be a controversial one.
I'm ready.
Okay.
They are absolutely, that's
Right.
an imprint of a foot on
Right.
that.
Do you hate
shoe.
that?
Right.
That's what it is. You hate them too.
Right.
I love it. It's got like the mold of a foot
Oh, no.
in a slider. I think
How
it's
much
sick.
are they?
And it's £2,400
I would
and it's got
definitely go
and it's got a
bangle.
toe ring on it as
my
well.
God.
Imagine if it also had like a bunion added to it or something.
Yeah, like a hand
Like a
toenail
corn.
hanging off. Yeah, gross.
A chip nail.
So I'm really into those.
I'm really
Yeah,
glad you brought up that slider.
Yeah, I'm into the slider. Look, if people don't like the Margiela tabbies, they are not going to like the Schiaparelli feet sandals. But I think they're cool. I'm always looking for, particularly in footwear, something that's got like a weirdness or a toughness or a coolness.
Or
that-
things that people are never going to want to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands off. Totally unrelated to this, but related to happiness. And specifically for you, because related to good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a TED, I obviously didn't see a TED Talk. I saw a TikTok snippet of a TED Talk. Let's be honest.
You only see things in 1 minute
Because,
content,
yeah,
babe.
but you can just assume that anything I say, I've read or watched, I've seen it on TikTok, of somebody giving a TED Talk talking about good conversation and saying that when you start a conversation with somebody, if you just go in with all the kind of obvious questions like, how are you? Whatever, what are you up to? You're basically, like scientifically, you probably know all this, like neurologically, you are doing the opposite of exciting them by the conversation.
Oh, 100%.
Whereas if you ask questions about things that they are loving right now or things that they are excited about, then the association is built that in their brain that you are somebody that they love and are excited. So not only are you creating good conversation, you're also creating good connections. So she was saying,
I
rather
love
than saying
that.
somebody, how are you? Say, what's one thing making you really happy right now?
Yes.
Or what's one thing that you're really excited about right now?
Yeah.
So I made my girlfriends do it because I'm quite one of those people who like makes an announcement. It's like, right, we're all going around and saying something now. And we
You're
all had
my
dinner.
kind of person at dinner
Yeah, I
party,
love yeah,
babe.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like organised fun, but like chill.
Yeah.
And I made
the
everybody
questions.
say something that was making them really happy right now. And it could be something so small, like some people's were, I don't know, they had like a really nice weekend this weekend with their husband away or something. And then somebody else was just like really happy in their job. Like it can be anything.
Yeah.
It could be that you're obsessed with your new shower gel. Like it can
Yeah.
be so small.
I found a new yogurt I like.
Exactly. Is that true? Because
Yeah.
I was going to say, so what is one thing
It's made
making
me
you really
pumped.
happy right now? Is it a yogurt?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's those protein yogurts. It's got like 18 grams protein in it. I'm obsessed with protein.
And does it taste nice?
So nice. And also I found like a strength training studio by my house, which is a 50-minute walk, which has made me so happy because I normally only do Pilates, but I need to do strength training.
Well, you got the shoulder pads now, babe.
Yeah,
You need the
exactly.
shoulders to match.
And I love it. And it's such an, it's quite scary going into weights classes. And actually it's such a nice vibe. I know I did it this morning.
Good for you.
7 a.m. Lifted
I love
10
that for you.
kg.
Oh my God, babe, go
Like
you.
above my head.
Yeah.
So that's making me happy.
Love that. Josh?
I've actually, because I've had a bit of a rocky time with my mental health recently, and I've been trying to do things consistently to make me feel better about myself. And one of the things that's made a humongous difference is, and this is going to sound so ridiculous, but walking.
No, a lot of
And
people.
I try to do a minimum of 10,000 steps a day now, which I know so many people do, but I
How
also
many
don't
hours
commute.
is that for walking?
It's not that, it's like probably like 2.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot.
we talk
about
It's
it
a
really
lot,
hard.
yeah.
But I have a dog, so I'm like,
Yeah.
babe, we're up,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the consistency with my mood, with how much it's changed in like the last month with this walking, and also doing the Peloton pretty much every day. And when I was doing like 3,000, 4,000 steps, I was like not in a good place. And that simple thing has completely changed my psyche.
Wow, damn it.
And I've started listening to positive affirmations when I do it. So on Spotify, there's this artist called Kinda Records. And no matter what you're going through, so like if you're struggling to find someone in a relationship, if you are really struggling with money, if you're struggling with your self-esteem, they have loads of affirmations to help you through that.
Nice.
So I've created this playlist called Believe in Yourself. And I listen to that while I go on a walk. And honestly, the change it has made to my mind, and it's simple twists every day. And I think this is the problem, is we so get into our heads that we do it one day and we should be fine.
Yeah.
And I've been so guilty of that with self-help so many times. But now I'm like consistently doing it every day. And I've turned around and been like, wow, like the last 3 months I was like up and down all the time. And now I'm like more consistent. And that's given me so much happiness.
That's so good. Yeah, we talk constantly about how we're not walking enough.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to put our steps in.
And every
That's
time
so
I feel
good,
stressed, I just go and do it.
Yeah.
I like,
Yeah.
right, come on, Ren, we're going around the block.
Love that.
And it helps.
Should I give you one? I'm trying to think what my answer would even be. Actually, I'm gonna give you a macro one, since you've both gone for micro ones, which is that I've had a really good work month. I just really had a really nice, like some really exciting things between our Dublin trip, which we've banged on about, but was like literally the
Oh, I
most
saw
fun I've
those
ever had at
shaky
work.
bags.
Spice bag.
Spice bags.
Spice bag. Unreal. Life-changing. Yeah, doing the Met Gala was so fun. And Daisy and I went to Soho Summit last week with Portia, which was also really fun. And yeah, I just feel like...
You're nailing it, honey.
But
Proud
also,
of you.
this is so great. Like, we should be turning up and clapping for our friends when they say this.
Yeah.
Because it's so great to celebrate people enjoying their jobs.
Completely.
Because how many times we hear our friends moaning about their jobs?
100%.
And it's so great to literally turn up and be like, yay, babe, I'm so happy that you're loving it.
Well, and also, you know, with work as well, like no job is ever consistently brilliant, right? Like you always,
No.
Like, you know, whether it's something going on in your own life or in work itself, like there are peaks and troughs. So when it's good, you have to just really enjoy the times that it's good. And when it's and when you're enjoying it and you're having
That's
a
that
nice time.
gratitude, babe.
Hashtag gratitude.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I've been asked to add in a call to action here before we move on. Please subscribe to the SheerLuxe Vodcast. Please do subscribe. It really, really does help us out. And we've had so many new YouTube subscribers since we've been asking you to subscribe. So it does work. So please keep them coming.
And if you love this chat, then
because
there's
why
a
wouldn't
reason
you?
to subscribe.
Yeah.
You get it first.
Okay, quickly, mustn't miss. This is where we talk about something that we've loved on SheerLuxe, although you've got something completely different, but that's fine. We love it.
So mine is a new beauty series called Get Ready With Me, which is live on Friday.
Oh my God, how did you come up with a name?
I know. Isn't it
So original. I love it.
Do you think people will get it?
I think it does what it says on the tin,
What happens
babe.
exactly in this series?
So Sapna and Jess Hunt. So we started with Jess Hunt, who's the founder of Refy, who is so hot and lovely and down to earth. And they got ready together and did their makeup. And I have got such a thing about, I love watching people do their makeup. At uni, I used to get my makeup, I do my makeup first and then go and watch my girlfriends do their makeup.
Well, just like sit there while you're just like sipping on
Find it
WKD.
Apple who?
A Lamborghini.
Hanging out her mouth.
Yeah.
Show me more.
Apple who?
How'd you do that eye flick, babe?
Yeah, I love it. I find it so interesting. Anyway, it's so lovely, the first one. And they've got like a really nice relationship. So it felt very natural. And it was really inspiring. She's gorgy. And then off the back of it, I bought a new brush.
Did you? From Refy?
Yeah, foundation brush. But there's a big end and a small end.
Oh, love that.
Love that.
We like a big end of the small
love
end,
a
babe.
Do
double end.
indeed.
Love a double
An
end.
end for whatever you need. I'm going to throw out there quickly the wedding edition. It's not actually live yet, but we have a new wedding edition going live this Sunday.
Ooh.
It's
Is it?
really gorgeous. Like every time it comes around, I'm like, oh, this looks lovely. But this one is particularly lovely. Jess Reimer on our team is the bride of I was gonna say the month, it's the quarter really. But she looks beautiful. Anyway, there's so much amazing inspo in there. We've got cake brands that you need to be following. We've done a wedding shoot with affordable fashion. If you're getting married, there's loads of great content and it looks so beautiful. So I'm excited about that.
Honey,
on
you'll need
Sunday.
that. When's this?
Oh, this is new information.
Hodge is pushing for my engagement to happen.
Will you get married?
Yes,
Yeah.
but she's desperate for this engagement to happen because she basically wants to come on the stag do.
Yeah.
Right.
The Sten.
The Sten.
Sten. Okay.
In the Hamptons.
Oh, is there a plan for the Sten?
Well, there isn't really, but we've
But Hodge just made one.
we've now taken it to an nth degree where we're like talking about going on the Sten to the Hamptons, which is apparently going to happen.
Sure, extra.
Extreme. I mean, I've been on so many hen dos. It's my time.
It's your time. You're
my
going to pay those
time.
bitches back. Yeah.
Yeah. I've literally got vouchers all made up with the people what they owe me for all much time, money.
All the
effort.
IOUs are
All
coming
the
out now,
IOUs,
yeah.
and you're cashing this in to come to the Hamptons.
Wait, what is your dream? Ben and I were having this conversation yesterday. What is your dream stag hen? What would you call it? A hen?
I would probably call it a hen.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the vibe would be hen.
my dream, so I've got this vision for it, which is ridiculous. Strap yourself in, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited.
So I would want to do it in like the south of France
Yeah.
or like Ibiza. And we have two rival boats, like HMS Josh, HMS Tom.
Yeah. Mhm.
His friends go on his, my friends go on mine. We go set sail for the day on these boats. And then we do like all fun games, chat, and then meet up for like a big lunch at a beach club. I love a beach club.
Yeah,
My
me too.
natural habitat is dancing on top of a table at beach club. It's just
Same.
There's just no greater joy.
No.
Apart from my new shower gel.
Yeah.
And
Sparking joy.
Sparking
Left, right,
joy.
centre, yeah. Why don't you can take the shower to the beach club? Phone party.
Phone
Love
party!
it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a phone party in my hen do.
There you go.
And then we then get back on the boats and then we have rival games like capture the flag.
Oh my
Like
God.
pure
James
debauchery.
should come on this.
And that's like, I love organised fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to throw everything at this in the kitchen sink.
Fuck the wedding.
I'm more interested in getting married for the hen do than I am actually for the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And
I
that's
get that.
fine.
Yeah.
And then my other dream for the wedding would be to have like the wedding somewhere in London and then go to the two brewers in Clapham on like a major bus and rent out the whole thing on like a
love
sticky
that.
dance floor.
You know how like some people play it really coy and they're like, I've just not thought about my wedding at all. Like, I haven't planned it. I'll just wait and see. You are like, this is where it's
But
happening.
can I
This is what
also
the
just
details
tell you
are.
that my boyfriend has, I honestly think that if I propose to him tomorrow,
He's
the
got a plan.
whole
Oh, he
thing
has a vision too. But
would
he's-
have been actioned and organised.
He's in events
he's
though, right?
Yeah, he works in
Monica.
events.
He's Monica Bing.
Yeah, he's, babe, I honestly think the whole thing is done.
Like
He's
oh
booked the
really?
venue.
He's,
Yeah, I honestly
he's just
think
waiting for you to say
Yeah.
go.
We
Okay.
actually had a really funny conversation where he, like, because he works in events, he came back with all of his events friends on this big night out. He's a little bit drunk and he was like, "Why won't you just propose?"
Oh, no.
He was like, "Claridge's is getting booked up for like September 2025. Like, please." And then it was so funny.
Wait, how do you? I don't know if this is a silly question, but like, how do you know who's going to propose? Like, why is
he's
it on you to
told
propose?
me.
Yeah.
He literally sat me down. This
Okay.
is one of the funniest stories. He sat me down and was like, you know how we talk about getting married? Like, I want you to propose because I organize pretty much everything. And he does. He's an events planner. Like, 10 out of 10 events planner, even for our lives.
Yeah.
So I get it. You want the surprise. And then he was like, but I need at least 18 months to plan a year to 18 months to plan the wedding. So you need to get this rolling. I want to get married in September because everyone has stunning tans from the summer.
Yeah.
So the whole, babe, if I press go, this
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
is that she can go.
It's literally, and it's like pops
It's
up like a
done.
house. Yeah.
It's done.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like he might have a whole other plan. So I'm excited to see how these come together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love a Claridge's wedding.
Yeah, special.
I'm
Very
also
special.
just a bit like, I grew up in like a council house. So for me to have a wedding in Claridge's, I mean,
No,
it's
but I
just
love
so
that.
joke.
I actually had my civil, not the actual ceremony, but we had our lunch after the civil at Claridge's.
Oh, did you
Oh,
say?
chic.
Special.
We'll talk menus when we get to that
We'll talk
point.
menus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to talk about a book?
I met the amazing William Hanson, and you will know him from How I Sexted My Boss, the podcast that he does with Jordan North. He's an etiquette coach. And I met him at this afternoon tea, and he gave us like an education in becoming well-mannered.
I love that.
And
Okay.
then this book is really great if you just want to basically learn some manners. But he taught me this thing that blew my mind. There were so many things that blew my mind. Babe, I've been stirring my tea the wrong way my whole life.
How's
So
one supposed
you know how you stir it like circling?
Yeah.
Like in a circle? You're meant to push it backwards and forwards.
Like lap it.
Yeah, lap it so there's less splashback, and apparently it's dead chic. And I've
Okay.
been doing it ever since. So you go forwards and backwards instead of like sloshing it around. He also taught me some great tips about manners
yeah.
at dinner parties. So for instance,
Okay.
like back in the day when we were sassy Victorians or, you know, Bridgerton recruits, you would go to a dinner and they would divide it up like boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. And you would lean to one side for the first course and talk to that person. And you'll lean to the other side for the second course and talk to the next person. And I just love that idea because how many times you go for dinners and you feel like you're shut out conversations,
Yes.
people don't invest
Yeah.
equal time in everyone. And I just loved him. He was so great. And I'm just so thrilled that I'm now stirring my tea properly.
Yeah,
I
that's nice. I think I'm a bit of a heathen because I hate wasting a spoon on a cup of tea. So I will it's such a waste of a teaspoon.
Not with your finger.
I'll just take the edge of the bag, give it a swirl, and then take
Because if
pull
you
out
don't
the
have
bag.
sugar, you don't really need to stir it that much.
Well, I don't like it if it's not stirred properly, but you can just take the little corner of the tea bag because it floats up to the top and give it a little stir.
Oh, I'd be worried
She
about
doesn't use a
burns.
spoon for soup either.
No, hang on.
She
I wouldn't have it in a
drinks
bowl. I wouldn't drink it out of a bowl.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, do you slurp it out of a bowl?
No, absolutely not. What is this? It's fake news. Do me a favour.
God, all these rumours.
I would prefer to have
When we go to Pret.
Yeah, absolutely.
drink it out of the cup.
Yes. Why on earth would you use a spoon?
I use the spoon. I can't do that.
I use a spoon for the dregs. I'm not busy chugging the chunks of soup. But would you not just drink out of the thing?
I'm really perplexed by this.
Wow,
babe.
really?
I wonder what he says about this.
I'd love tell me more about eating soup.
I do not think it's.
Yeah. Is there not an index? Bibliography, soup.
But there's loads of really good things also about like when you go over to someone's house for dinner and what you should bring and the politics of what you should
Oh, I like
bring.
that.
yeah.
Okay.
And actually, you
Is it a
shouldn't,
candle?
but you shouldn't always bring something and expect them. It shouldn't be like you're bringing this bottle of wine because you want to drink it.
Yeah.
It's a gift for the host,
Yes,
and they can do
absolutely.
what they want.
I
with
actually
it.
prefer it when I go to dinner parties, FYI beeps, and you drink the host's wine because then it's all the same wine.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
serve wine if people bring it to me because
No, I
I will
don't.
have planned what we're drinking
Yeah.
that night. My husband's quite into wine,
Yeah.
so we will have had
Completely.
There's an agenda here, just
Yeah.
fuck with my agenda.
It's not just
Bringing
like,
your own-
oh,
bringing your-
yay.
it's not a BYOB situation. Serving you wine. Yeah?
So I thought that's quite a good tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good tip.
So people
Okay.
know.
It is time for Hot Topic, and we've got to talk about Prince Harry
And that interview.
and the interview, the latest
So
interview.
ill-advised.
So for those who don't know, where have you been? But Prince Harry has done an interview with the BBC. He did an interview with the BBC last week talking about, obviously this is on the back of his failed court case. He basically tried to sue the British government for security when he returns to the UK because when he kind of technically left his royal duties, he was from thenceforth denied the right to security when he came back to the UK. So he was fighting for that right.
It's
to
a
be
case-by-case basis.
Case-by-case basis. The ruling kind of came out last week that said that he was no longer eligible or, kind of definitively no cheerio. And so he has subsequently given an interview with the BBC and man just keeps talking. He just keeps on talking.
Apparently he was interview was supposed to be 10 minutes and there were certain topics that they weren't allowed to talk about and he spoke for half an hour and no subject was
I
off
watched
limits.
the whole thing.
Did you? I mean, the interviewer barely spoke. He was on a real monologue,
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
he?
I just think that the whole aspect of it that I find quite difficult is that he wants reconciliation with his family, which obviously everyone wants to see them happy and back together.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can ever achieve reconciliation in any relationship if you're going to blast it anywhere. No. Whether you are like not in the public eye or not. If you're blasting stuff out on Facebook, Instagram, that's not the way to get to reconciliation.
No. Yeah.
It's to sit down and properly speak to each other.
Yeah.
And I
And
think-
trust each
And
other.
trust each other.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that he's gotten to this situation now where he talks so much publicly and the royal family aren't typically people who share that much about themselves publicly. And they like to deal with their matters in private.
Yeah.
So I don't think necessarily going out and doing this interview is really going to get you any further because they're just going to be like, well, you're going to say anything that we say to you in a book, in a TV show,
Yeah.
in this. And I've also been quite supportive of Harry and Meghan throughout the whole process. But I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, guys, you need to stop. Like, we're all a bit bored of it.
Yeah.
But we're all still debating it like all the time, aren't we?
He's lost grip on reality.
I also think sometimes you can ruin a relationship sort of past the point of no return. Like he wrote a book, a tell-all book, which, as you say, within the context of the royal family who never complain, never explain, like that is their thing. The Oprah interview plus the book, it would be understandable why that would then be the end of the relationship. If if I was an incredibly private person or a family that was trying very, very hard to kind of keep the peace, keep the balance, and then my brother, my whoever, my father, my son, whatever, wrote a tell-all book for the biggest bestseller, because of course it was going to be the world's biggest bestseller. I'm not sure I could just bounce back and be besties with them after that. So maybe the damage is just done. And
trust is a fine line, isn't it, in any situation? And once you've broken that fine line, there's no real coming back from it. You're never going to have the same relationship with someone.
Yeah.
And trying to navigate a new relationship with someone after you've fallen out with them is really hard.
Yeah. I know.
And it's hard enough as it is doing it for us.
Yeah.
Like trying to do that in a public domain.
Yeah. But he hasn't thought it through. And, you know, he has to fulfill his like Netflix deals or whatever deals he's got. So he needs new content.
Yeah.
Because he's sort of at capacity with content.
Yeah,
he
so
needs
true.
other things to happen so he can
Stay
Fuel
relevant.
it.
He's
Fuel
always
it.
staying relevant.
Yeah, to fuel it. So that's why he needs to do it. So Prince Charles apparently won't even speak to him
Yeah.
because he doesn't trust that anything they say will get back on Netflix.
Yeah, he said his father's not speaking to him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually on his side about the security thing. I
agree with
I
that
really
too.
feel like, as, you know, if we want to encourage reconciliation, which is, you know, those of us who are sort of saying that you can't have it both ways. You can't say that like you're so sad and so devastated that Harry and Meghan left the royal family and then be like, and now he doesn't get security, because that's just kind of being spiteful. Like, I do believe, you know, I can clearly, he would obviously still be a security risk. Whatever he denounces, he is still in line to the throne. I think that entitles him to decent security.
And the threats that they've had
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
their lives
savage.
is so extreme. Like, look at the way the media is churned up every day to vilify Meghan Markle. And it's really sad.
Yeah.
And we need to put a stop to that. And we're not going to make anyone safer in this country
Exactly.
by not giving him security. Like, imagine if
Exactly,
something happened to them and it happened in a public space and it's putting lives of other people at jeopardy. But I do think there's also an element to it where he is now asking the king to step in.
Yeah, which is so naive.
And it's just like, but he can't get involved in government matters, legal matters. I'm like,
He in that interview, I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, with just one phone call, my father could sort this out. And it's like, Nick, what, you want your daddy to pull strings against the judicial system?
You can't do that.
That's not
He
okay.
seems so naive and you wouldn't think he was a 40-year-old man with 2 children. Like, he feels so like out of touch. And also, don't do an interview when you've just had a negative result in a court case. Like, the emotions are running high.
So true.
Why isn't Meghan on the phone saying, just wait 48 hours, see how you feel?
So true.
That's because she's really busy sending the emails to her kids.
Oh my God, that
I'm not gonna
raged
lie.
me so much.
I liked
But that makes every other mother feel like a dick.
I liked that part of the podcast.
No.
As a I am not a mother, but I did think that was really sweet.
It's so... Oh
Who's
my
got
God.
the time to go through an email you sent every day?
I know. I'd be like, Mum, are you fucking kidding
19
me?
years.
Mum, no.
I'm like, God, I'm living my best life. I'm 19.
It's also, do you know what? I did a baby book for Zach. I didn't do a baby book for Ava and Coco.
You run out of steam.
You run out of steam. You have all these good intentions, and then life gets in the way. So we'll see if she's still sending the emails.
They're only 2, whatever.
She was sending those emails and missed the email about him doing the interview.
That's it. Damn it. All right, we're going to end with dilemmas.
Oh, I love this bit.
These.
That's my favorite bit.
Oh, okay, here we go. This is a question in relation to weddings. Somebody has said, not enjoying my wedding planning era. The scrutiny, never-ending questions, and the financial pressure. Help, I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Like, it
takes over.
People say to you, it's the best time of your life. Like, planning a wedding is not fun. It should not be romanticized. I think it's brilliant if some people enjoy it and enjoy that process. That is great. But it shouldn't be that everyone thinks that they're going into it and going to enjoy the entire process. Trying on dresses can be shit. Trying to work out the finances can be shit. Trying to work out the family politics can be shit. I mean, there are so many contentious parts of wedding planning.
It's like a job.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's very stressful. There's so much pressure because it's like the best day of your life. So it's not, I'm really raining on your parade. Josh is looking at me like putting.
I'm like rocking backwards and forwards. So
I'm like, put your dream back in your pocket. Some people thrive and some people really enjoy it, and that is great. But my point is, it's okay. It's okay if you don't enjoy it.
It's completely normal.
I didn't enjoy the process, and my wedding was the best day of my entire life.
My mum kept saying, are you sure you want to do this? You seem in a real mood. I was like, no, I do. But it's so annoying.
Right? It's so annoying.
It's you know, constant like discussions about like point 3 on the spreadsheet and the DDL is,
What's
it's
the
complete
DDL?
To-do list.
To-do
Oh. Do you know what I also think about that problem is if you do feel like that, don't do it.
I so agree.
Like, where is the pressure coming from?
Yeah.
Is it because you feel like you need to live up to this idea of what being a bride's like or what being a groom's like? Is it because it's a self-made pressure? Or is it coming from an external source? Because if someone's making you feel like you need to do this, don't do it. It's your day.
Yeah,
the one important thing about wedding that I think everyone always forgets is it's about a union between you and your partner. And that is the most central, most amazing thing about it. And if you're getting really stressed about it, Don't do the big
yeah,
wedding.
so agree.
Do it
So agree.
smaller. Make it tailored to you. Like that's what it should be about. It should be about celebrating your love, your
Yeah.
team, and what that stands for.
Yeah.
There are so many cool ways to do it differently now as well. Like it doesn't, it maybe 10 years ago it was weird to do a small wedding. You felt like you were really breaking convention, but now there are so many different ways to skin this cat.
I'd
So
rather do
what you want to do.
3-month honeymoon
Yeah.
and have a mega registry office.
Yeah, or some people would rather buy a house and instead go to the pub. Like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
There are so many ways you can do it.
Yeah.
So you're so right. Don't put
Also,
all
the
pressure.
best weddings, I'm going to say this very controversially, some of the best weddings I went to, the ones in COVID.
Yeah, the small
like the 13 people, 15 people
Yeah.
weddings. Like,
Yeah.
it was just the person's best friends.
Yeah.
Like, everyone got to talk. Everyone had such an amazing time. You felt so connected into that moment.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't really feel like that when it's like 150,
No.
200 people.
I have also been to weddings that are so expensive, so beautiful, the best of the best, that have been completely soulless. And then I have been to
Yes.
weddings that are whatever, more affordable, I suppose, and have got the best vibes.
Yeah.
And honestly, all you need is some tequila and a good DJ
Yeah.
or a good band.
You
Like
can't
that is
put a price on
ultimately
vibes.
you cannot put a price on vibes.
No.
So
No.
worry about the vibes and
Yeah.
not about the flowers and anything being
Yes.
too perfect. Okay. Somebody says, oh, this is a good question, Hodge. My best friend dislikes children, actively dislikes them. What do I do with my kids?
Get rid of them.
Pop it in the bin.
It's an easy either or. I know who I'm choosing.
It's come and go.
They leave the house, to be fair.
I just think don't do things with your best friend and your children. I think you can't, just because your best friend is your best friend doesn't mean that she needs to hang out with your kids.
Yeah.
Like I've got a few friends who don't have children. I don't impose my children on them if they don't want to.
Do you not take offense to the fact that
No.
no?
Maybe like if it's your first and it's a baby and obviously you think it's the most amazing thing in the world, which it is, and you're like, why doesn't everyone else see that this is like, the second coming? But I feel, the older you get, you realise that other people don't really give a shit about your children. Really. Yes, your family do and godparents and everything, but really, when you start talking about your children, you see people's eyes like die. Like people don't really care.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure your best friends care and that
they care,
they
but
hope
they're
they're
not.
well and
Yeah.
all is
But we
good.
like just do top level. Kids
Yeah.
okay, great, happy, great, and that's
Yeah.
it. And obviously, if there's like something awful going on, bullying or
Of course.
somebody's been dumped or whatever, then we're in and we're like, how can we help? But we don't do it's just day to day. I feel like don't forget your identity and you're the person with the relationship with your best friend. And keep, and you need that separation from your children. You need to still be your own person.
I find it really difficult because I'm going through a lot of changes with some of my friendships at the
Yeah, me
moment
too.
where they're having kids and I'm so happy for them. Like, I'm so happy
Yeah.
for them. But I've noticed the friendship has changed a lot and there's a lot of dumping of the friends.
Yeah.
And I understand that because you go through different parts
You
of your
do.
life when you have to pick things up and put things back down again. I kind of then, when we're getting that time together and you spent so much time locked away, like raising this child, which is such an amazing thing to do and it's so difficult, don't you just then want to like come out and just have a conversation with the child's not there so we can actually connect properly again?
Or you're not just talking about
Or you're not just
nursery
talking
and schools.
not,
'cause
yeah.
it's not a school chat.
And I think that's we need to start valuing our friends just as much as we do these other friendships, these other relationships in our life. Like it's so vital for our mental health, our well-being, to get through and maintain these relationships.
Yeah.
And we really need to work on them.
And that would be my advice to new mums out there. Like, don't fall down that rabbit hole of just going out with mum's friends and talking about your kids, because you'll end up like feeling so lost if you do that. You need to keep something back.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely as those friends as well who have the kids, like surely they want to be with us fun childless
Yes,
people as
exactly.
well, because it keeps the conversation varied, and otherwise you are simply living in one
And
headspace.
I think you can be like, can I just tell you quickly where I am on the sleep routine? Or, oh my God,
But also
she's
still
just
be
taken solid.
interested.
And then you just do 5 minutes top line and then you're like, right, what's going on with you?
And this is the thing that I find really hard to communicate as well. I'm not disinterested in my friends' children. Like, I want them to be okay.
Yeah,
and if that's
of
the big
course.
thing going on in their lives,
Yeah.
then tell me. It's not like, okay, now I'm childless, so you mustn't talk to me about your
Yes.
kids. But there needs to, I guess, be a balance, right?
Yeah, I think also be interested, like as the friend. If you don't like kids, you need to be interested because it's such an important part of your friend's life.
I think so too.
Ask the top line questions like, "What's going on with them?" Like, get it done straight away. And then you can get into the nitty gritty, the juicy bits, the tea, whatever you want to discuss. But you can't ignore this huge part of someone's life.
And also, just because you don't like children, like it doesn't mean you shouldn't ask your you should still care about how your best friend's children are.
Yes, because you should care about everything that happens to your best friend's lives.
But also, don't take offense if you're the one with the children and you're like, why doesn't she love my kids? Because it's normal.
Okay, we've made it. We are at the finish line. We've done it. Thank you both so much. Treat to have you. Thanks.
I always love coming in. Thanks, girls.
Thanks so much.
Love you guys.
We love you. Don't forget, please, to subscribe wherever you are listening, wherever you are watching us, whether that is on YouTube, Acast, Spotify, iTunes.
And not to sound beggy, because we try not to, but please subscribe. It makes such a difference. We really need it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
we really do.
guys.
That's that, and we will see you next week.